Ooh. Hello.
What's up, Wanderers?
How's it going? I was looking at something, sorry.
How's everybody's week going?
Hope it's been good. I'll be nice this one. We're starting off. It's early in the evening.
Right. It's the first episode.
It's only 7 o'clock.
It's the first episode of the night.
Yeah. Which is funny because it's considering the topic.
Right. We really should have
start off
waited.
nice.
We really should have waited to do this one when we got tired because it could have gotten...
Yeah, it's okay. I'm already tired, so...
Anyway. Well, we got any exciting news to share. What's been going on since the last time we recorded?
There's a lot.
We went to Tyler Childers.
Yeah, we went to Tyler Childers. That was really fun. I liked it. It was a good show. You found out the difference between what you pay for a concert t-shirt versus what it actually costs. Was that shirt maybe cost $5?
$40 damn for a concert t-shirt. But I've literally never bought a concert t-shirt, so
really?
That's a first for me.
See, I don't anymore. I buy the posters now. And I told you, I said, fun fact. When we were walking through, I was like, not all the booths had the posters.
Yeah.
As I was like, in case you ever need to know that for trivia, they're numbered. There is a limited, so there were limited prints.
Okay.
And I was like, that's why it was $60.
Yeah.
Because when we got home, after I was getting ready, I was showing Danny the poster, and I look and I was like, oh, it's numbered.
Yeah.
I was like, so I've got number. There was only 350 of them or something.
Nice.
But yeah, so I was like, that explains a lot.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't know. There's probably not a whole lot of people that actually buy the posters, though.
It just depends, because at the Ryman, for Sierra Farrell, the Hatch show prints are highly collectible. And I didn't get one.
But that's a very niche thing, I would think.
Yeah. But yes, I do feel like poster collecting, sorry I bumped y'all, but I do feel like poster collecting is probably very niche, but there are people who, especially those particular Hatch show prints, because I didn't think about it whenever I was getting in line and getting excited to get one of them. I didn't think about them being, because you can only get the Hatch show prints, I think, at the Ryman.
Yeah.
And I think this Bell Witch one here is a Hatch show print that they special ordered because it was kind of pricey too. But yeah, so everybody there at the Ryman was walking around with poster tubes that they brought with them, and they're hard plastic. They kind of look like pool cue cases.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should, after the posters ran out, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I saw probably 100 people with those poster tubes like that. I was like, that's probably not, I probably should have known I wasn't going to get one unless I got here early, and I didn't. So, but yeah, so I've just started collecting the posters, I think, because
what is that noise?
It's Discord.
Oh.
But it should stop going off here in a minute. But yeah, because I know what goes into a concert t-shirt now, and I just can't do it.
I see why.
I've tried. I've thought about it.
But you know what?
Plus, if I'm picky on my t-shirts now.
Bro, those t-shirts are comfy.
They are comfy. I've never had one of the Next Levels, and I really like those.
I'm also kind of wondering why I decided it was a good idea to get a white t-shirt, because I don't wear white t-shirts for a very specific reason.
Well, it's cream, but
still, it shows everything.
It really does.
And I've had to spray and wash that thing twice.
Get you some.
The very first time I wore it.
Get some Jingle Clean. That stuff is life-changing. It's cheap. We've done t-shirts for the guy that invented it. He's the one that was stroked
told me about
by
that.
God.
That's that stuff that you used on my jacket or shirt or whatever when Flip pooped on me.
Yeah. That stuff is life-changing. Jingle Clean, this is not a paid sponsorship, but that man is so nice.
You might have to move your mic between episodes, because it's
is it dead on but in my face?
Yeah. Anyway.
But anywho. So we went to that, And then
Brittany got us new desks.
yeah, I got us new desks.
So nice.
So our little individual desks that we were talking about a while back
are no longer on the Amazon wish list.
No. They slowly disappeared over the course of a week, and you didn't even notice.
I came over to go to that concert, and she's like, go look at my office, see what I bought us. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, I don't see anything. And she goes, it's beside the chair. And I was like, you got the desks.
And then I also subsequently had to buy like baby coffee table bumpers because I was sitting in here working on a scrapbook and like almost cut my arm off on the corner. And I was like, no.
It's greatly appreciated because I am accident prone.
Oh, I was so excited to even just get these desks. Because, like, when I do my crafts in here, I'm on, like, a little TV tray. So, it's multi-purpose for me.
There you go.
And if I ever need to, for whatever reason, when it's tax time, I guess, I've got to spread out.
Boom. Now there's plenty on our Amazon wish list.
Oh, yeah. And I've got some books I want to add to it. Oh, I'm getting a rumbly in my tumbly. Oh, no.
We had Chinese.
Yeah.
Prior to this.
And mine was greasy. No.
Mine was...
I hope this has got to run its course. I'm going to be on a train all day tomorrow. I cannot be on a train tomorrow with swamp ass. Have you seen that TikTok of the two guys riding a bike and this girl's like recording out of her window because she heard them talking? And it's just two guys out riding their bike and one goes, and that's why I had swamp ass.
And
I'll have to send it to you. I'll have to send it to you. It's so funny. But so so that we got desks. What else? I haven't even told you yet. I wasn't gonna say anything. So, you know how I used to write all the time?
Yeah.
Like, just like poetry and that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
I started writing myself a little book.
Oh, look at you.
And it's fictional. It's going to be like a row.
Is it spicy?
It's going to be spicy.
Yes! I'm so excited.
The first, like, I wouldn't say the first chapter because it's more of like an introduction to the story.
Yeah.
Of like, this is how we got here situation.
Yeah.
And it's got a little spicy scene in it. It's soft. It's not too much, but.
Oh, nobody likes soft shit.
Well, it's the introduction. I can't wham bam, thank you ma'am right there.
Sure you can.
But I would say that it's like.
So it's like foreplay.
A little bit, yeah. It's getting you prepped for the good stuff.
Everybody likes
later in the book. But yeah, it'll be like a romance, fantasy situation because it'll have fairies in it, like fairy, yeah, it'll have fairies in it. So I literally had the idea for the song or for the book from listening to a song.
Was it a Tay-Tay song?
No, it was a Sierra Farrell song. I'll play it for you. It's really nice.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
But it gave me the idea for like the beginning of the story and then like where part of the story takes place and like how our main character gets to where he's going. And I kind of envisioned it from that. So I've got like my little notebook over there has full character lists. I've planned out my characters this week, most of them. I've got some more characters I need to plan because like as I wrote that first introduction, like I added a character that I didn't even have in there. So yeah, I started doing that and that was really exciting for me because I haven't written in about since the beginning of the pandemic. So like 2020-ish is when I did that second poetry book that I had on Etsy. So yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in poetry books, I've still got a shit ton that I handmade. I will come, if you come to the Magic and May Festival, I will give you one just to get it out of my house.
She in her creative era.
Yeah, in my creative, I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't doing nothing era. Created handmade poetry books. I mean, I think the poetry in it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's fine. It served the purpose I needed it to serve at the time. So,
that's all you can ask
oh
for.
yeah, because it's about the senator,
the wannabe,
the wannabe senator.
He ain't senator.
The shit ass senator.
Shit ass.
Speaking of, what else we had going on?
I don't know. My life's been pretty normal. Work, kids.
Mine feels chaotic.
Soccer.
So we've got the festival next weekend. The following, we're going to go to the Ren Fair the following weekend if you want to go.
We've been talking about it. I just don't know. I don't know. Because it's like you go once and you see all the things and it doesn't really change a whole lot.
Well, they've got new stuff this year. Yes. And
it's also very expensive.
It is. It's $28 per person this year.
And for a family of 5.
Yeah.
So there's that.
If y'all decide to go, that's when we're going.
Okay. I got a concert, but I think it's not until August.
Oh, that also reminds me. Do you know who Drew Affle? I don't know how to say her last name. She makes fun of ugly men on the internet.
Probably not.
Anyway, I bought tickets to her. She's got a book coming out. I bought tickets to that. I hadn't told Daniel yet because he'll make fun of me because he doesn't like her. He doesn't like the way she laughs.
So do I need to go with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'll
let you know. I think she's
send
funny.
me her stuff.
I will. She's got a podcast. It's called Two Idiot Girls.
I never listened to. I was thinking about that the other day.
I don't really.
As much as I plugged Witch Bitch Amateur Hour when we first started.
Oh, Tommy, I might have to pause.
As much as I plugged Witch Bitch Amateur Hour when we first started, I literally never listened to them. I never got caught up with them to a point of to see if they ever got wind that we were plugging them and they said anything about it on theirs.
Yeah.
I got caught up with Old Gods of Appalachia, and then I quit listening to it. I never listen to podcasts anymore, but also I've been binge watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
And then I do watch, I stay pretty caught up with Shane Dawson and Rylan.
And they only put out one every few weeks.
Yeah, but
anyway,
Rylan puts up vlogs every week for the vlogs and the SIP.
Mm.
I stay pretty caught up with those.
Not once I ever listened to his podcast.
I like the SIP. They crack me up. Him and Lizzie.
Yeah.
They crack me up.
See, I still just listen to my usuals.
I don't listen to those.
Skip around. And then I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. That's also kind of what inspired me to write again. Plus, the girl, y'all heard me mention, the girl that I watched that plays The Sims, Pixarella, on TikTok. Yeah. She writes, and so having listening to audiobooks, that, and then, it just made me want to do it again.
I thought about the other day, because I was thinking about Old Gods of Appalachia, and that's just basically a continual story that goes on. I think that would be a cool podcast to do, but I don't know that I am creative enough to write that much material, to release that much story.
Yeah.
And keep be able to hold interest.
Yeah, I think that would be
struggle just to get these done.
I think that would be a hard format.
I couldn't add another podcast onto my thing because I'm struggling just to get these done. Easton's teacher reached out to me the other day asking me if I wanted to be on the PTO next year.
Yeah.
I said, first of all, no thank you.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
It's a lot.
I said, I'm not one of those moms. And then second of all, my kid is the kid that all those PTO moms bitch about amongst each other. So no, I'm just not that mom. I don't fit in with that group. I'm not one that fits in with the mom group usually. I have my group of mom friends from soccer on Gemma's team, but I've not struck up friendship with any of the other parents on Easton's team. I'm just not. I have my people.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm not that person.
Right.
I'm not a PTO person. Just not. I'm
Yes, but
bare
it
minimum.
is.
My kids do their homework. Well, the younger ones do, and if I can get the older one to not lie to me about it, she gets her homework done.
Yeah.
And I try to stay on top of her stuff to know what's supposed to be due. But then I
Right.
get the whole, well, I can't do that because of this. Or I've already done that and turned it in. It's just not graded.
Right.
Whatever. But, so yeah, there's that. School's almost over. Graduation's coming up in a couple weeks. And my nephew's graduating high school.
Ugh.
My first baby. That hurts my feelings a lot.
Yeah, it makes me feel
And
old.
My other nephew, my sister's youngest son, is going into middle school next year.
What?
Yes.
That's a hate crime.
Gemma will be in fourth grade.
I've been hate crimed.
Right? Gemma will be in fourth grade.
No.
It's like the end of the school year and the beginning of the school year every year makes me feel that much older.
Yeah. No. So,
Anyway, that's all I can think of that's going on.
I don't know that I've got anything else. Oh, I might. No.
The new dog's still an asshole. I love her. She's cute. She's precious. She's just an asshole. She does it. That is the non-cuddlingest dog I've ever met. Wants no part of cuddles.
That's like these cats. Don't nobody want to cuddle until I'm in the middle of something.
She, not even then. She don't want no cuddles. You lay down in bed.
She really,
Loki's all up in your face wanting all the cuddles. Like, I would honestly, if there was a way he could do it and I would allow it, I guarantee that he would get under my skin.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's like little cat.
But Ellie,
But if I do it in a
wants no
way
part.
she don't like, she's mad. You saw that earlier.
Yeah.
She hissed at me, she hissed at Amara, and she hissed at Willow all on her way out of this room.
Yeah. Ellie Jean, no part of it, but she gonna backsash you. You fuss at her, she gonna fuss back.
See, Amara don't want to cuddle, but she will. And
she just
will
wants to touch you. She
Yes.
doesn't want to be cuddled.
Yes. And she only wants it when I'm doing something.
Yeah. Wow.
As soon as I stop, she's out of here. Look at her. Cutie patootie. You a cutie patootie?
Do we need to pause before we get going?
No, I think I might be okay.
You ready to get going?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fun one.
So who's starting?
It doesn't
Who's
matter. So
starting?
we're going to do an episode to where it's a potential that we could argue. And this was an idea given to me by my sister because she thinks it would be funny for you guys to hear us kind of bicker back and forth because we just don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know that we're really going to do much of that, though.
We might.
I'm not confident.
I have one that I just thought of that I didn't put on
Which
here, and I'm going to lead off with that one.
I also didn't come up with any for you because I don't know any. Like I can,
That's
all
part of
I
mine.
can do is like insult things you like, but I don't know. I'm just like, who cares?
So who do you want to start? Because I
guess you start.
Okay.
You roast me.
So the first one I'm going to start off with, I'm going to say that this game is not fair because I can't come up with anything specifically to piss you off outside of your music choices, and you really don't care.
Yeah.
The second one, the big one, and this is more of a don't even get me started.
Yeah, dude, that's what I picked was like, don't even get me started.
When I specifically say I want to write on a certain topic because I want to write about a certain person. And then she completely disregards and forgets and then writes a full dissertation on the one that I wanted to do. So I
said you could have it.
No. I almost just said
Don't
F
make me laugh
it,
too
and
hard.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
shit
do
my
that
pants.
episode. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was full upset.
Well, you called me, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was full upset. Like,
and then you're like telling me how you told me, and I was like, that's ringing a bell.
I was
Oopsie daisy.
I'm still a little salty about it.
Anyway. Like I said, make sure I write them down. What you want to do, and make sure I label it that you want to do it, so I don't keep doing that shit.
So, but like on a for real note, my first hot take,
because you said that lady's name, and I was like, I have never heard that name before in my life.
I'm like, oh really? Because it's literally on this document.
You even were like, because I didn't answer when you first called. I called you back, and because I had just taken my watch off and like left my phone in here. And you were like, did you know I was mad at you? Why would you be mad? What did I do? I literally...
Oh, I was hot. You could ask TJ. I was cussing. Because I pulled that up and I was like, let me look who she wrote about so I don't duplicate. And then I get going and I get down to the bottom and I'm like, this bitch.
Oopsie.
And he goes, what? And I was like, I'm so effing mad.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So for real, on a real note.
Yeah.
My first one. Most of Tay-Tay's music sounds the same.
I could get that vibe, yeah.
I tried to listen to her new stuff. I really did. I sat down and I was like, I'm going to listen to this new stuff. And I'm like, I made it like 5 seconds into the first one. Are you talking about
the new album?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
like it.
Well, it's like, because it's somebody posted on, I don't know if it was Instagram or whatever, and they were like, I just don't like this album. And like other people who are Swifties were like, being like, well, you haven't listened to it right, and you haven't done this, and da-da-da-da-da, and you just don't understand it, and you're stupid.
How do you not listen to it right?
And I was like, you can like an artist and not like everything they put out. That's totally fine.
How do you not listen to it right?
I don't know. But like, there are songs on it that I do like, but is the whole album, does it speak to me? No. But I mean, I still bought it. I still like it. But yeah, I mean, there are Taylor Swift songs that I don't know because I listened to them the first time and I was like, no, this one's really, I'm not vibing with this one. And I was like, and that's fine. That's normal behavior. You don't have to like every single fucking song. Oh shit, I said it. But you don't have to like every song.
It's going to happen in this episode.
But yeah, I was like, cause that's what I don't understand is there's like, cause it's fine to like one album versus the other, and like with hers it's different every time, but it's still her. Yeah. Like does that make any sense? But yeah, so I think that's totally fine. I mean, who cares? I think that it's totally acceptable to not like, because there are very few albums of any artist that I like the whole album from beginning to end. I was like, so I think that's acceptable.
All right, what's yours?
I'm not going to be beefing with you about it.
You might be beefing about me. We'll beefing with me on the next one.
So I did my don't even get me started, which I got a story that goes along with this. Is people who send an email and then immediately text you saying I sent you an email. And I said, I have no explanation as to why this makes my blood boil, but when it happens, I automatically assume that either the person is A, impatient, or B, an idiot, or C, both. And as I was typing this statement into my phone, the person that does this to me on what feels like a daily basis did this again. Hey, I sent you an email. And as soon as I see it, it makes me want to rip my eyebrows out. I'm like I will literally look at Daniel and be like, she did it again. I don't understand. And then can't figure out why we're confused about half of the stuff she sends, because she'll send all this stuff in email and then, hey, I sent you an email, and then add context. And I'm like, it's in different places. It's too scattered. Keep it all in one place. And it incenses me. It just fills me with this sort of rage that I cannot understand. And the worst part of it is she's the nicest human being I've ever met.
See, I don't have that issue because 90% of the time, anytime that I have had, because I don't get emails outside of work, really.
Yeah.
So I'm anytime I'll get an email at work, it's a coin toss as to whether or not I'm going to look at it. I'll see it come up, but I'm not actually going to look at it until later. Yeah. So if it goes 15, 20 minutes and they're like, hey, they'll send me a Teams message. Hey, I sent you an email. Have you looked at it? And I'm like, oh no, let me go look at that, because chances are I'm not going to see it right away. I'm not.
Right. I feel like if that was a once in a while occurrence.
Right. Or if she waited a little bit before she texted you and was like.
But this is every email all the time. And I told him, I said, I'm about to block her phone number. I was like, the business does not pay for my phone number. And she'll send me, so we're closed on Mondays. So she'll send me an email like on a Monday and ask me a question and see if I can do something. I don't respond to work emails on the weekends.
Right.
On my day off, I do not. Daniel does. He's the boss. He owns the business. That's part of his job description, is answering emails anytime. Mine, no. I will not respond to you and I will not talk to you on my day off. So one day she sends me an email on a Monday. I see it. And I'm like, cool. I'll respond to that in the morning. 30 minutes later, maybe. Hey, I sent you an email. I just want to make sure you got it. I was like, yeah, I'm off today. And then she like asked me a question and, I was like, and I feel bad now because I kind of got a little nasty at her. And because she literally stopped, she went, okay, thank you. And then did not talk to me for the rest of the day. Because I'm like, it's, and it's not like she doesn't know that we're not there on Mondays. She knows. And I think that's a lot of where the rage comes from.
Right.
Because I'm like, do I come to your work? Do I come to your house and bother you? No. Don't come to mine and bother me. So that was mine. I don't know. It just fills me with rage and venom. And it's absolutely stupid, and I can admit that, because who's it hurting? Nobody.
You.
But it doesn't hurt me. It just makes me angry.
This next one is the one that I said the way I worded it might upset you.
I pretended to cry earlier.
Brace yourself. Sierra Farrell makes my ears want to bleed.
So I've heard this too. Because like Isaiah, he doesn't like her. He's like, I don't like her voice. He was like, it's too. He's like,
I like the idea of her theme and her, like the idea of her music and her voice.
Allie, my sister, said the same thing. She was like, I don't like her voice.
I can't.
And I was like, it is a bit high. I was like, I can definitely see that. There are
nasally.
Yes. I was like, she sings nasally.
I can't.
I was like, I think she's gotten better with her second album versus her first album.
Well, I'm going to let you know.
But
something she did recently, I guess maybe when she was at the Ryman or something recently popped up on my FYP.
Your nails are stabbing me.
And I'm listening to it, and I looked at TJ and I'm like, she paid money for this.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and I do it again.
He was like, that's what Brittany went through. And I'm like, yeah, she paid money for this. And I was like, I
enjoy it. But like I said, different strokes for different folks.
Right. That's the only ones that I really had that I thought maybe could spark an issue with you. The rest of them
look at me,
normal.
And I'm just like,
these are probably these are probably the ones that you're going to get a little bit heated about.
Oh my
just because I don't expect them to. Some of them I know you'll agree, but
so what do I want to do next? I act like I only have I have more than 2 or 3 things on this list.
Oh, I got plenty.
The rest of this list is mostly just shit ass wannabe senator stories. If you want to hear, if anybody else is interested in those. So my next one that isn't that is people who will take up the whole ass aisle at a store, and then will have the audacity to take forever to pick out whatever it is they're looking for. And it's like, you just stand there and stare at them like, okay, grandma, come on.
That makes me think of my dad, who there's been so many times he'll be driving down the middle of the road, like on a 2-lane, middle of the road. And I'm like, Dad, pick a lane. And he's like, I pay taxes. I can use whatever side I want to. No.
He says until...
That's not how this works.
Until he's in court because he got a ticket for reckless driving.
Yeah, no, those people that take up the whole aisle, I'm like...
I don't know. I'm just like...
It's even worse when it's a person in a wheelchair and like somebody like you. I'm not here to say that like all disabilities are something that you can physically see and that like, you know, anything like that. But when there is a person in a wheel on one of the little motorized scooters in Walmart and you, to me, outwardly look like you shouldn't be in that and you're just being lazy and taking up the whole aisle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I went to Walmart one time and there was a whole family on all the scooters taking up Just like they were, and I like children.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like,
well, we went one day, and I'm a big girl. Okay, I'm fat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big girl.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a woman. She was an older lady.
I'm not agreeing with you, by the way. I'm just
whatever. I'm. Yes, you were. Don't play. Anyway.
Hey, what did I say about making me laugh too hard?
But there was an older lady in a scooter, and she looked as though
Did you just hear that?
No. What was it?
I don't know. That's the problem.
I wasn't listening. What did it sound
There's like a bang that happens outside all the time.
Oh.
Like right out here on the carport.
I didn't hear it.
And I don't know what it is. There ain't nothing out there. I wonder if it's does the concrete, like, can concrete do that? My house is on a concrete pad.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to ask Google.
Anyway, so there's an older lady in a scooter, and she looked like she may have needed it.
Yeah.
And then there was a man on a scooter following her who could have possibly been like a son.
Yeah.
Or it could have been a relationship. I'm not here to judge. He just looked like he was riding it just to ride it because he's being lazy.
Yeah.
I understand if you weigh like 400 pounds and you can't walk from point A to point B because you get out of breath and your knees start hurting. That's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not like, struggling for life, then walk. Like what if an old lady or an old man in there with a broke ass hip needs this?
Or like somebody like my Nana who, like, anytime I've taken her to Walmart, it is so hard to find a scooter for her.
But you're taking it up just because you're freaking lazy. I with a broke ass hip did not even. I don't think I ever used those. Did I?
I think
maybe one
time, but that was like right.
When there was
after.
Zero weight bearing.
Yeah,
but
but other than that, you used crutches.
Yeah, or a walker.
Yeah.
All right, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
MySpace was the best social media there ever was.
It was fun, wasn't it? Such a different time.
Just so that we could keep people humble to let them know they're in our top 6, like or top 8 or whatever
top
it was.
8. Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. As an adult, I don't know that I would be able to do that because I'd be too afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. Or start some shit.
Rank our friends.
Right. Start some shit. I feel like starting some shit today. Let's drop this person off my top 8.
Facebook post. I'm ranking my friends now. I miss MySpace. And then just tag 1 through 8. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with a good time.
How many marriages would end because somebody gets mad and takes their spouse
how you would know.
8.
That's how you would know that the marriage is over. Is if the spouse is not in the top 8 and we know for a fact they have a MySpace page. See, now they just vanish. They just vanish altogether. Like, it's like this one girl that we went to school with. She had a twin sister.
Yeah.
She's been married, I think, 3 times now.
At least twice.
It's for sure 3 because there was one that literally lasted the length of a fart and it was over and the wedding pictures were gone and that was it. And I was like, oh, I wonder what
happened.
Yeah, I was like, then that's the worst part is the pictures were stunning. They were gorgeous because like they got married like out in the woods and it was like just the 2 of them and it was so, but she seems really happy with
for sure
the guy she's with
for
and,
sure.
Like they've got a cute baby and she deleted me on Facebook. I don't know what the final straw was,
but it's funny because like used to we'd live for that type of drama and now it's like we're creeping people's pages trying to figure out what's going on and now it's like we find out that somebody that we went to school with passed away and now we're all creeping their page trying to figure out what happened.
Right. Or,
we've reached that age.
Oh, yeah. Or we're just sending everybody's mugshots back and forth for mobile patrol. Because that's what I be doing. It's me my former sister-in-law on mobile patrol and I'm like... and I'm like, ooh...
And then her ex-husband was almost there.
Yeah, almost. He's been on there before. He got a DUI. I'm surprised he didn't get one sooner. But that's just between you and I. And everybody listening to this podcast.
And all 50 of our listeners.
Right.
All right. What's yours?
So next, all I've got left is shit-ass stories. So I'll start with the first time we met him. So this should have been, I needed that man that runs through TikToks with the red flag, like the big, have you seen him?
Yeah.
I needed that man this time. And because the first time we met him, so we were friends with this girl in high school. I don't know if I touched on this.
Oh,
when we
you
talked
did a little bit. Yeah.
So we were friends with this girl, and the sweetest girl. She was always so nice. We knew she was in like the special ed classes. I feel like, I don't know if she's got a diagnosis. I don't know what it is. She never divulged it. Nobody ever did. Well, this man, wannabe senator, decides that the first time he's meeting a new group of people, did you know him before? This was the first time I met him.
I feel like I feel like that was post me beginning to work.
Yeah. So we went bowling, and for our other friend's birthday, I was there. Yes, and he invited this a-hole.
Yes.
So we're at the bowling alley, and how did she even come up?
Were we telling the story about her dropping her key?
Maybe. I don't know. She dropped her keys in a porta potty once, and that was her only key because she lost all the others. And so the company had to come out and pump the porta potty to get her keys out. Bless her heart. But so he's like, oh, that's my cousin. So her mom is his stepdad's sister, I think, or something like that, or sister-in-law. And so he repeatedly calls this girl the R word over and over again, and is like, she's certified and da 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 da. And I'm like,
I hate that word.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't. Now I'm like, I should have run in the other direction. I should have been like, that is not a good human being. But no, I didn't, because I did not have red flag man. I should have. Anyway, that's my first story about him for the night.
So my next one, emo pop punk is not good. We're just all angsty and nostalgic now.
Yeah.
Says the person that was jamming to Evanescence on the way here.
Yeah. Well, see, because back in the day, I did not like Good Charlotte.
Oh, I was here for it.
Now, it's fine. I'll listen to it. Is it good? No. But I'll listen to it.
It's, very much like Green Day.
Yeah, I love Green Day.
I love Green Day,
but yeah, it's not. It's not, new Green Day and old Green Day are two totally different things.
Absolutely. But it's like new Hollywood Undead and old Hollywood
Right,
Undead.
But it's like the same thing with the Taylor Swift music. I don't have to like all of it. It's fine. But, yeah. I've noticed and a pattern of all of those pop punk emo bands is they all kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
It's the, where are you?
Yeah. As they flip their bangs around.
Yeah. I wonder how many of them have neck problems these days.
Me.
Let's see. What's the next one I have? Oh, the time I had to bail him out of jail and found out that was the same night that I found out about his baby mama. While he and I were in a situationship of something. And she was at his house with his grandma, and I had to go bail this man out of jail, and his grandma's like, they're just friends. New Year's Eve, proved that was a lie, because that was when he was like, hey, she's pregnant, and then spent the next 8 months trying to convince me that it wasn't his. So, but anyway, so he had the audacity to ask me if I wanted to sleep in the room next to them after like all the other nights I'd been sleeping in the same room as him. He asked me if I wanted to sleep in the guest bedroom right next to them, and I said, no, I'm going home. I have a whole ass house. Fuck you.
God.
And then I said he did nothing but babble about how much he hated this woman, and she was under the assumption they were together, and he was going to break up with her that night, but they were together, and they're still together. And I said, this man's diabetes knows no bounds. I wrote these a while ago. Like, I wrote these before the last time we recorded. So I forgot what some of them said. But yeah, that was true. And like, mind you, that's the second time I bailed him out. My next one is the first time I bailed him out. But you tell your next one.
Mine are not this good. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going in order of my list. 90s country is far superior to today's country.
Absolutely.
100.
Absolutely. Okay. I have a hot take.
Oh,
I have a hot take. So I
am I
have
going to
a
get
theory.
upset?
I don't know. You might not. I don't know. I've never heard you say what you feel one way or the other about a particular song.
I'm ready.
So I feel like the downfall of country music.
Rascal Flatts.
No.
Oh, damn.
No. So the downfall and what led into like 2000s, Luke Bryan, all that.
The Georgia Line.
Yeah. Honky tonk badonkadonk. I feel like that was the first.
That was it.
That was the first
Left,
little
right, left, right, left.
And as I almost forgot, I should have wrote this down last night when I saw it, because somebody posted a TikTok about it, and all the comments were like singing the lyrics, and I'm sitting there like, this song, it's not a bad song.
It's not good.
But it's not good either. It's catchy.
Lord have mercy, how'd you even get them britches on?
Exactly. It's catchy, but so is COVID. So, like, it doesn't make it good.
This is my favorite episode we've ever recorded.
But yeah, so I feel like that was really that was the turning point of country music.
Yeah, I could agree.
And I don't think Trace Adkins' music is bad.
No, I love him.
He had hits in the 90s.
I love
also Toby Keith, and I've got some opinions on Toby Keith.
Never been. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Never forget.
I don't have a problem talking shit about the dead, though.
I've never been. God damn.
I just do not like how he treated
Toby Keith. The Dixie Chicks.
Yes.
I've never been a fan of Toby Keith. And I almost included something about that.
And I wish
I'm not ready to make nice
would have beat him up.
I almost included something about the Dixie Chicks in this. I'm not going to lie to tell you, because I was thinking about that I'm not ready to make nice song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he really did treat them like shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I almost put that in here.
Right. Like, because like if they would have said something now about our president, like nobody would have batted an eye. But like, because they said they just did not care for how he was handling things. They were burned at the stake for that.
Yeah, and
I'm just like, that's insane to me.
But you have to think we're also right now too in a cancel culture, and they had to change their damn name.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it is what it is.
In and of itself is infuriating to me.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
I'm not racist. I'm not. And Dixie is like a.
I was gonna say that's exactly what racist people say.
Don't even. We both know.
I know.
We both
but like,
know.
I get it. There's things that feel so ingrained in our culture that they don't feel to us.
right.
problematic, but I'm sure to some
We're
they
also
are.
from the South, so
Exactly, and we're white girls.
See, you know what sucks though, in on that topic of not being racist, when white people say things that like, I'm not racist, and then you're trying to figure
But
out
I have
ways-
black friends.
Right. What else are we supposed to say?
I don't know.
I
don't
don't
know,
know. And they're like, that. What does that matter? You know. But
Yeah.
like,
But
I
I
grew
mean-
up with one of my dad's best friends when I was growing up was
Yeah.
a black man. Now, granted, he's one of the whitest black men I've ever met. But Mr. Charlie was welcome at our house at our dinner table. Daddy has literally never. I was never taught that there was a difference in skin color.
They're just people.
I don't see color.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do not. I can see a white person walking down the road and see them.
You're
as
going to get
just
us
as
canceled.
much- right? Well, I can see a white person walking down the road and see them as just as much of a threat as I would a black person.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what skin color you are.
Right.
Everybody's sus until I get to know you.
Exactly. Don't be. I'm going to look at you sideways. I don't know. I'm probably more scared of a white man than I am.
Fact.
I mean, I'm scared of men, but that's like the whole bear. Would you rather be in the
my
woods with a bear
God.
or a man? And I'm a bear. I'll pick the bear. I mean,
I
cool.
don't-
So
I don't know. I'm more
somebody-
scared of a bear than I am a man. Like I
think
I can fight my
Well,
own with
it's
a man.
like
But I get the
somebody-
idea of what they're
well,
saying.
it's like somebody like asked a man, would you want your daughter in the woods with a man or a bear? And he's like, well, it depends. Who's the man? And he's like, you know, what are they doing? What's happening? Who is this man? What does he plan to do? And
because
and
men
then-
just don't get what the idea
right.
is.
And then they were like, well, would you rather your daughter be in the woods with a bear or a woman? And he was like, oh, a woman. He didn't even think about it. Because, like, I mean, women are just as capable of doing some heinous shit, but
maybe even more. So
I mean, I get it.
but-
Like, because it's like somebody said, a bear's not going to try and sexually assault you. But it depends on the man. I get
can fight
it.
a
Not
man,
all
I can't
men.
fight a bear.
Not all men, but I think if you scream loud enough, it'll just scare the bear.
I don't
honestly.
know. I don't know.
I just hope to never find out.
Right.
Because, like, what is it? The statistics on, like, bears actually killing people, like, out of all of the bear attacks in the United States, only, like, 14% result in injury, even.
Right.
So, I'm not
There's
that
like a
worried about a
saying
bear.
That
But,
made
like,
me think of it's like if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white,
if it's white, it's probably eating you because
you're
that's
dead.
a polar bear. Yeah.
But it rhymed or something, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. But, like, also, because the same guy that gave that statistic on the bear attacks, he was like, but at the same time, every 72 seconds, a woman is sexually assaulted in the United States.
That's awful.
Isn't that? Yeah. See, and it's like whenever you
This
break
took a
it
turn.
down like that, right?
How did we go from 90s country to
I don't
women's assault?
know. Well, it went from
to Toby Keith
yeah, from Trace Adkins, honky tonk badonkadonk, the pipeline
all aboard
to man versus bear. Anyway, we don't want to get...
Anyway.
This is an episode where you too might get heated. Because I'm sure there is somebody listening to this going, them bitches.
We're getting canceled. Anyway, your next one.
Oh, okay, so I got a good one next. So this wannabe senator still owes me $180 for bailing him out of jail a different time. This was the first time. That was the money that I was going to use for my divorce, but had to start back at square one because he made me feel so guilty that I felt obligated to pay his bond because it was my fault. My fault we went out. He got me so hyped to go out and then didn't want to go, and then I made him go, and I made him drink. Sir, you're an adult.
I like how she took her glasses off to read that.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody take glasses off to read.
Oh, I can see much better up close than I can far away. It makes my eyes hurt.
What about that time that he was going to turn himself in for his weekend because he was serving weekends?
Yeah.
And I was here with you baking a birthday cake.
And he was like,
he called you and said, I haven't been booked yet and I'm starving and we're sitting out here. Can you bring me some cheeseburgers? And you left me in this house by myself.
I never would have done that now.
At the time, I was still real uneasy in this house.
Yeah.
I'm still real uneasy in this house by myself. But left me here by myself to go take this asshole some fucking cheeseburgers. And I literally stood outside the whole time you were gone because I was afraid of being in this house by myself. So I was like praying that the timer didn't go off and I burned my cake because I wasn't going back in.
Cake,
Oh, no, what it wasn't that I was afraid to be in the house and I just stood out there. Something made one of the cats jump up on the cat tree and it hit the wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm out. And I stood outside until you got back.
I swear, I never would have done that now. I never would have done that. I would have been like, sir, you're in jail.
Okay, bye.
The time I picked him up playing Folsom Prison Blues. Oh, I got my digs in sometimes.
So my next one, pretty privilege is real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you're pretty, you get more.
Yeah. Yeah, you get treated better too.
Oh, absolutely. Us ugly folk?
Yeah.
Me, not us. Me. By us, I meant me.
I was sitting, when you said you were fat earlier, I went, So, you're welcome to lump me in with that. Because I just did it not even thinking, and then I was like, wait, I wasn't agreeing with you.
I just let it roll. I was like, I'm just gonna let it go. She just called me fat.
I literally, because like, I don't know, my self-image is so shattered that like, I can see, like, because you know everybody talks about, oh, those like 400 or 500 pound people. I look at that and I'm like, that's what I look like. That's what everybody sees. That's what I look like. And I know I don't. But like, sometimes I'll look in a mirror that's like, makes me look good. Like, there's one at work that I'm like, man, I should use this bathroom more often.
Right.
But it's a men's bathroom, so it's kind of stinky.
I used the men's bathroom the other day.
But like,
that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it.
But like,
because I wasn't trying to go back in that hallway any further than I had to. It didn't feel good.
Like, the mirror in there, I don't know what it is. It makes me look so good. I'll be in there and then like, I'll catch a glimpse of myself in the reflection and I'm like, I literally look like a troll. But yeah, I can definitely...
Privilege starts being ingrained in your head in school.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. Like elementary school.
If you're not part of the pretty girls...
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about the comment that I made earlier, because that could hurt some feelings. Like, on a for real note.
I'm trying to remember what you said.
Every group of friends.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to leave that alone. I didn't want you to throw that in there. Anyway, continue your next one.
My next one, he probably thinks that, like, because I don't talk to him anymore, that I've deleted all of our text messages, but I still have every single one. So
receipts.
I got receipts. I wish so bad that right before I deleted Snapchat, I would have just screenshot everything, because he saved every single message. And when I blocked him, I lost all the messages.
That sucks.
And then I deleted my account anyway, so.
Ugh.
So, yeah, that's where the good stuff was. But there's good stuff in my text messages. I don't delete nothing. Even our former friend, the lifetime.
She says she doesn't delete nothing, but yet she texted me not too long ago wanting me to find a picture that she had sent me like a year or two ago. I couldn't find it.
I don't know where it went. I couldn't find it. Because I got everything. Next.
Autocorrect has done more damage to our spelling than texting shorthand ever did.
Yeah, nobody can spell anything these days.
For sure. I get real upset when... what was I doing the other day? I was like, autocorrect didn't do anything, and I was real upset about it.
I typed... sometimes whenever I go to type just the word the, or or however you want to say it, it'll autocorrect to therapist, and I'm like, excuse me.
Feel so called out.
Right. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I'm going to have to go to Pleasant View tomorrow. Well, we're going Sunday anyway. I'm out of my Adderall. I ran out. I don't have an appointment until Monday. So, and I keep my halves at work. So I have like that little like
Boost.
just few
Yeah.
if I need them in the afternoon.
Anyway.
Usually don't, but
Next.
my last one.
Oh, I still got a ton more.
This is my last one, but I'm sure I can think of some other things. This one's funny. This one will make you laugh. So, you know what this man looks like,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Am I correct? We're aware that he looks kind of like a cross between a weasel and a rat.
I'd never made that correlation, but I can see it.
And so, this man once claimed to me that he had slept with over 10,000 people. But once you step back and look at this, I put this motherfucker, you just know that ain't true. Oh, Lord. 10,000 people.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
He gives me like
But,
alpha
like,
male vibes.
Hold
like,
on. So, like, but in the gay man community,
right.
that's a lot more attainable.
I mean,
I'm not saying that it's possible.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
guess
saying that
so,
he
but-
did. But I know that gay men
But
be getting it a lot
considering-
more than straight.
some of the things that he had told me specifically, I just don't think there's any way.
I don't think, for him personally, no. Absolutely. The fuck
I'm
not.
sure for better looking men, yes, that are, you know, just getting themselves out there, which is, I don't give a shit. Sleep
Grindr.
with however many you want, but like,
Be safe about it.
do I think, yes, but do I think that 10,000 people looked at this man and said, yes, I need to have a piece of that? No.
Break me off a piece
I don't
of
know
that.
why I did it, but I think
Either.
I was in a very vulnerable position, first of all, and he took advantage of that, second of all, and I was freshly out of a marriage where we had not been intimate for quite some time, because the last time we did, I had a panic attack that I told him was an asthma attack, and he believed me, but it was a panic attack because I did not want to be there. Yeah, but can you imagine full blown in the middle of it? Like somebody, I'm like, my mind is like trying to not be there, and I just go into a full blown panic attack.
I bet that conversation was great.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that must have been an asthma attack. He
shows how
believed
much
me.
that shows how much he truly paid attention to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
he got what he wanted, so that was really all that mattered. Anyway.
Online debates.
What do you want?
Online debates have never actually changed anyone's opinion.
No. And that's one of the... Thank you, Locat. I'm sure everybody appreciates that. But, like, that's one of the reasons why, like, our local community group, I left. And I had considered going back just for, like, the informative purposes. But now that it's an election year, you won't catch me in that group until next year. And maybe even the year after that. Because, you know, whatever the outcome, it's going to be a flood of just vitriol for the next year.
Oh, yeah.
And I just can't deal with it.
Do you have anything, or do you want me to move on to my next?
Move on to your next.
Smart homes aren't actually that smart. They just make it easier to be lazy.
Exactly. Because, like, our lives, when there's no internet, are very hard.
Oh, my God.
We ain't got no lights.
No TV.
No TV, nothing. Yeah, because whenever the AT&T building downtown got, like, blown up or attempted to be blown up. No, it got blown up.
Yeah.
It got hit. Because we were without the internet for, like, 3 days. And that was before I had a bunch of smart bulbs, though. So it wasn't too bad. But, like, it was dull city around here. Like, and if the power goes out, or if the internet goes out, because since I've switched, it doesn't, I think it's gone out once, and it was out for a day, and they were working on it and got it fixed. But, like, we would literally say, and I'm going to ruin, I know at least one person's day. I would say, hey, Google. And they would all go, I'm sorry, I can't connect to the internet right now.
Yours is listening.
I know. Stop listening. What did I say? There we go. Anyway. But yeah, they would all, around the house, it's a cacophony of, I'm sorry, I can't reach the internet right now. And I'm like, I forgot. Like halfway through when I would say, hey, and then I would be like, oh no.
Right.
What?
Or me walking into your house if y'all had been out of town when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been in a panic.
Yeah, because that's how you turn, like, all the lights on in the house.
Anyway. So saying no offense usually means that you're truly about to offend someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
My next one. And if my mother still listens, she's going to agree with me on this one. Dark chocolate is superior to milk chocolate.
Technically, yes. Do I like dark chocolate? No. I mean, in some instances, it's fine.
Right.
Like, I've found some that I do care for. But, I was just like milk chocolate. White chocolate, that's not real chocolate. It doesn't have cocoa in it.
I like dark chocolate better.
So white chocolate, that's fake chocolate. That's not real. So if that's your favorite, yeah, because it does not have cocoa powder in it.
Right.
It's just candy.
Which is why it's white.
Yeah.
Almond bark is all it is.
Yeah, it's just candy. But yeah, I don't know. And like, since I got my Mirena, I've had the past few months, I've actually had a cycle. I cannot tell you, I think I'm personally keeping Hershey's in business. Because I have bought...
You and Gemma and Easton.
I have bought so many Hershey bars. And I've also, like, started getting this other brand, which is really good, but it just doesn't have that just zhuzh that just a regular milk chocolate Hershey's does. It's like this Tony's brand. It's kind of, it's pricey, but it's pretty good. There's another one that I really, really liked, but it was expensive.
You got the Sam's Choice brand the last time that
that was fine. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Why does the bottom of that look like booty cheeks?
It does.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is going to get people heated.
Oh no, what?
We might lose listeners over this.
Oh no.
Medium well to well cooked steak is good.
I think it's fine.
I don't like it when it's red. I don't like it when it's chewy in the middle. Like I cannot. If it is not fully cooked,
yeah,
I can't.
Yeah. Well, see, because when I grew up, we ate our steaks well. Like that's just how we made them.
That is blasphemy in my house. And I'm the only one that eats it like that.
Yeah.
But the kids even medium, they want theirs like medium or medium rare.
That's gross.
Yes.
It's not good.
No.
But I mean, I guess to each that. That's why I just don't eat steak, because I just don't like steak.
I enjoy a good steak from time to time, but I have to be in the mood for it. I have to be craving it.
Well, it's like because we go to a weight loss class every week, and like she was asking, like, does anybody have any symptoms they want to talk about? And somebody, I'm not going to name names, but
I already know.
It starts with a C,
yeah.
And you know how I'm going to say it too. Anyway, she was like, "Oh, sugar! I'm having if I have sugar, I have just such an aversion to it." And da da da. And I'm like, "You a lie! You over there just a lying
diabetes."
And I was like, I mean, she was talking about how she gets nauseous if she eats sugar, and I was like, "You lie." Anyway, so the doctor, she's like, does anybody else have anything? Does anybody else experience this? And I was like, well, not with sugar, but with meat in general. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, it gives me the ick. I'm not going to lie. Meat is really giving me the ick right now. She's like red meat. I was like, any meat. I was like, I was like, I told her, I said, we had been eating a lot of ground turkey. And she was like, yeah. I said, one day it gave me the ick and I have not been able to eat it since. I was like, we have not done Taco Tuesday in like 2 months. Because it gave me that one night I was sitting there and I was like, it's disgusting. I cannot eat this. And like, I made just chicken and rice the other night. I used a chickpea rice, which may have contributed to the issue because it was a little bit mushier than regular rice. But I took like 3 or 4 bites and I was like, if I eat another bite of this, I'm going to hurl. I'm going to Ralph. Hamburgers, it depends on where it's from, but like if I eat, like say if I can't eat a Sonic burger, that's this foul. It tastes like the way a kitchen sink smells,
right?
And I just can't. So I'm gonna agree that like if it's bleeding, or I mean it's not really blood, but if it's leaking, I ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna take one look at that and be like, ugh.
Right?
Yeah. That's right, little cat.
My next couple are contributions from others. And there's a story behind this next one. Actually, there's 2 behind this next one.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup is a better condiment on hot dogs than mustard. So there's a story. Okay, first of all, in Chicago, that's unheard of.
What, ketchup?
Yeah, on a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's absolutely unheard of.
Well, growing up, my dad, if we would only eat ketchup on hot dogs, and my dad would be like, you're ruining it.
Right. Well, I saw a thing the other day where it's like Heinz has put like machines out there to give you ketchup because restaurants do not offer ketchup when there's hot dogs. Like they will not give you ketchup with a hot dog. They will yell at you.
Oh.
So the funny story to this is way back in the day, TJ and his family and one of their friends who's a couple,
quit licking
went
me.
to the movies.
Yeah.
They'd been drinking prior to. Excuse me. This one particular scrawny friend of his, I'm trying to give you hints as to who it is. Married with 2 children, scrawny. We went to school with his little brother. Okay. Yeah. So they go to the movies, and TJ and dude's wife went to the concession stand. They were like, we're going to get, we're going to get stuff at the concession stand. And the wife goes, well, I'm going to get him a hot dog, I guess. And she goes, I don't know what he wants on his hot dog. TJ's like, put ketchup on it. Everybody likes ketchup. So she brings him this hot dog, and he opens it, and he looks at it, and he goes, who eats ketchup on a hot dog? I'm not eating this shit, and just spikes it on the ground. And still to this day, we laugh our asses off at this story. I wasn't even there. I was just told about it. We laugh our asses off every time the story is told. So when I asked,
I can see him doing it. That's why. Sure.
But when I asked TJ for some hot takes for this, he did this one, and I was like, "Oh, for sure, for sure."
I mean, personally, I'm a relish and mustard girly, and I don't. That's the only time I'll eat mustard. I do not like mustard. The only condiment
that I'm not going to put on it is mayonnaise. I don't care one way or the other.
Daniel does that. I think it's foul.
I don't necessarily even like a hot dog.
He'll put. I think is he the one that puts cheese?
I can do that.
He'll put cheese and mayonnaise on a hot dog, and I'm like, that is disgusting.
I'm just not. I'm not big. Like I can eat a hot dog if it's grilled.
Let me ask him. Do you put cheese? Do you put cheese on your mayo dogs?
So the next one while we're waiting on that.
Mm-hmm.
This was another one from
There's
TJ.
Apparently a wreck.
Where?
On
don't give street names.
On not this next road, but the main road.
The one that was blocked earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. That standoff is apparently still going on. Anyway, so this was another one given to me. If you are more than 150 miles from an ocean, you're not getting fresh seafood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
no,
I
it's
mean,
not fresh.
here in Tennessee,
well, also
and you're getting fresh seafood, like fresh shrimp. Where
Yeah.
are we getting fresh shrimp
well, a girl that I don't know.
It would
if
have to be
she's
like
still,
farm raised.
Well, a girl, because to that point, this woman that's in our weight loss class, she used to be a buyer for Kroger.
Yeah.
And like she would reach out to suppliers and stuff, and she was like, your bagged salads you're getting, she was like, they have a shelf life of like 2 months. Think about what's in that.
Right.
Because that's lettuce.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't buy bagged salads like that anymore.
The next one that I have, job titles are just the adult version of grade levels.
Hold on, repeat that.
Job titles
Uh-huh.
are just the adult version of grade levels.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I said mayo dogs and he's confused.
Oh my god. The next one, you ready for this one?
I'm gonna brace myself.
Sloths. Oh, hey. Sloths are not cute.
Blasphemous. They're the cutest animal ever.
They're not.
Besides little cat.
They're not.
Little cat.
Also, to add to that, pugs are ugly.
He said, if there is a choice for cheese in any situation, yes.
Pugs are ugly, and so are corgis.
I like corgis. They can look a little derpy. Pugs, I'm inclined to agree. Plus pugs, some pugs, not all pugs maybe. I don't know. I don't know that many personally. But they seem a little
neurotic.
Well, that's not where I was going to go. I was going to say stupid. They seem like
Okay.
they're just a little lights are on, nobody's home.
Yeah.
That's the vibe pugs give me.
Yeah. I have 2 more, and then I'm done.
Chihuahuas, on the other
my
end, those are
God.
neurotic.
They're ugly. They're stupid.
They're mean.
The more people
And
have
the
been
smaller-
mauled by a Chihuahua than they
Yeah.
have a Rottweiler or a Pit any
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Like, I've literally...
I am not scared of dogs on a normal basis. I'm scared of a Chihuahua.
I said yuck, and he said same to you. I like cheese in my dogs. Oh, he's also one that likes the hot dogs with the cheese in them, and I think that is the most foul
Maddie
product.
eats those. That's the only way Maddie's going to eat a hot dog.
That's the most foul product to exist ever. And him and his friend James, they'll bond over it. And I'm like, that's
the only way Maddie's eating a hot dog.
That's disgusting.
All right, so my next one.
Girl,
Excuse me.
look in the same direction with both your eyes.
My next one. Pop-Tarts kind of suck.
Oh, yeah. Name brand specifically. The Walmart brand, not so bad.
I can do it.
But the name brand ones have gotten so shitty. Like,
I've thought about trying to
used
make them myself.
Yeah, I've heard people do that. But, like, I used to... That was my, like, munchie food for a long time. And that's probably why I put on, like, 100 pounds in, like, 2 years. It's because every week I bought a box of strawberry Walmart brand Pop-Tarts. And if they didn't have them, I would just, like, I don't know, cry. 'Cause I didn't buy the small box. I bought the big box. And then I would, like, eat a gummy. What do they call them? Garden gummies. And then I would eat a pack, sometimes 2, of Pop-Tarts. And then I'm like, I don't know why I gained that much weight.
Like a whole box or a sleeve?
A sleeve.
Okay,
A sleeve. And, but yeah, like I would go through one of the like family size boxes in a week by myself, if sometimes less. And then I'm like, I don't know why I gained this much weight.
Right.
But so I just don't buy them now because I really, really like those.
I just don't like Pop-Tarts in general. Like,
But
Easton asks
it
for
has to be the strawberry ones. I don't like any of the
He
other
likes
flavors.
the s'mores.
No, because when we were in high school, Dr. Pepper Girl brought those every day and would give me a pack. And I got sick of them.
Remember the Pop-Tart that, like, when the jelly side
I have
got
a
stuck on my
picture.
finger, and so I flung it, and it stuck on the wall, and it was there literally all 4 years.
Yeah. Like,
If not longer.
well, no, it was like sophomore year.
Yeah.
And because it was in the science pod. So it was like sophomore year all the way until we graduated. That little piece of Pop-Tart was on the wall. And I took a picture of it our senior year. And I have it still somewhere. Because, like, I was like, that's foul. That means they ain't cleaning shit in
Right.
school.
All right, then my last one. Samsung is better than Apple.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Yes! And that's coming from an Apple user.
Yes, I've never had a Samsung phone, and I probably never will.
I've had both. Now, I had an old school Apple, and I only had that iPhone because something happened to mine. It died. Something happened to my Samsung. Yeah. It died. And I remember that. Former friend let me have his old iPhone. I hated it. And I have never gone back.
I like it just because of like the ease of use, but like basically,
I don't think it's easy to use.
I get because I'm used to it. It's easy.
I try to get on Maddie's, and I'm like, I don't understand it.
Creature of habit, and I'm not gonna change a phone because it's gonna take. I'm like a 50-year-old lady, and I don't know how to use anything. So like, and I've got an Apple Watch. For me, it's just ease of use is why I keep an iPhone. But basically, like what Apple does is they just repackage the same shit over and over again. And then...
Samsung pretty much does the same thing. But...
And then they'll because one of the only reasons why I upgraded was because I had the iPhone 7 Plus for a long time. And then now I've got the 13 Plus. Or the 13 Pro and Pro Max. See, it's just getting into too much. But yeah, I've got the 13 Pro Max. And the only reason why, I went from 7 Plus to 13 Pro Max.
Right.
And there was a lot of phones in between there. And the only reason why I did is because I stopped doing updates.
Right.
And my phone started getting slower and my battery was dying. It's like... It's just, and that's what they do is they cut off updates to the older phones.
Yeah. So you have to upgrade.
Yeah. So you have no choice but to upgrade. And because I liked that it had the home button on it on the bottom,
right.
the physical button. And it's fine. It's okay without it. Like you can tap and kind of feel like a tap, but like if your phone's off, you don't feel that. It's the strangest thing. But yeah. So. I don't know. I'm inclined to agree though because I think Danny's phone takes better pictures than mine does. But I think a lot of it is because I don't quite understand how the whole camera works. I think if I sat down and I looked into it and I practiced and whatever, I could probably take a lot better quality photos with my phone. But
it's 8:21 and I'm yawning. This is 35.
I stay yawning. But yeah. So.
Well.
I think you're probably right, though.
See? Look,
and
we tried.
And Apple tricks you, too, because, if you were to... As this happened with, So Danny's got an uncle. He's got an iPhone. And, he was making, birthday videos and Christmas videos for everybody. And he had to text them to me because I have an iPhone. He would text them to them, and the iPhone... it would diminish the quality.
See, if I send you videos via regular text message, you can't see them.
Yeah. They're this big. They're the size of a chiclet.
A friend of mine, I have to, if I'm going to send her a video, I have to.
And that's what iPhone does, is they diminish that quality, and it makes iPhone users think that Samsung or Android products are shitty.
Yeah.
But actually the quality is a lot better, but they just throttle that quality when it gets sent to your phone.
Yeah, because I tried to send a friend of mine a video right after she and I had first become friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And it was a cool little video. She's like, I can't see that because we weren't friends on Facebook at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't know her like that. But
yeah. That's one of the reasons why Danny just primarily, he doesn't text anybody.
Right.
His is all Facebook Messenger. And mine's getting to that point. I'll have people I text, but you and I, it's Facebook Messenger. It's all right there, so it's easier. And with that, even though we've got different phones, we can make FaceTime calls or whatever. So
but we actually do that.
Only when you get a new dog or something.
That's not happening again anytime soon.
Or you're looking at something cool because you did that when I went to Savannah. You FaceTimed me whenever y'all were at the cemetery, I think.
Or if Gemma wants to tell you something.
Yeah.
Can I call Aunt Brandy? Ask her to take me to a Taylor Swift concert. Oh,
Now she'll just message me
Yeah.
on her little profile.
yeah. I'm fixing to probably make Easton one because my mother-in-law gave Gemma a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my kids have... Maddie's got a real phone that her dad pays for. But the littles have phones that no longer have service and they only work on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother-in-law has given, like, Gemma's first phone was, like, a phone that she was getting rid of. Like,
Yeah.
she got my mother-in-law got a new phone, and so she gave Gemma that one. And so they can, like, play games on it or whatever while we're at home.
Yeah.
And they have, like, the kids' messenger for Facebook Messenger or whatever, where they don't have, like, an actual Facebook profile. It's just
Yeah.
Messenger. And I control who they can and cannot talk to. I can
Right.
see it, blah, blah, blah. So my mother-in-law somehow she got a whole new phone. It's like a brand new phone straight out of the box. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why she had it, but she gave that to Gemma.
Yeah.
And so we still got the other phone. And my mother-in-law didn't want it. So Easton's been using it.
Yeah.
So he's just been calling all of Gemma's friends. Because her Facebook profile thing's still on there. And I'm like, I should probably make him his own. Because I feel like Gemma was probably close to his age whenever she got that first phone.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe it's time to do the same for him. But he's
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
he said, I won't have anybody to call if you give me my own. I said, yeah, you're probably right. He
But
called.
add Danny to his. He can call him.
Danny would probably love it because all he'll do is talk about cars.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do is talk about cars. Like, my father-in-law has, like, started...
Him and Isaiah will sit there and put him on speakerphone.
Right. My father-in-law has started, like, he's gotten so excited about the fact that Easton is so excited about cars
Yeah.
that, like, not last weekend, but the weekend before, I don't know, a couple weekends ago, one of Easton's little buddies came over and was spending the night. Well, my father-in-law called and was like, hey, what are y'all doing? And TJ was like, we're just sitting in the house. Why, what's up? And he's like, well, I was going to call and see if Easton wanted to go to the races with me. I want to take him to the track. And TJ's like, well, he's got a little buddy over tonight. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was kind of,
Yeah.
but that's all he wants to talk about is cars.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, that
my
reminds me.
father was so excited.
There's
I
a
saw
Tesla
it.
over there for him.
I saw it. He's going to be so excited about it. But yeah, so it's Easton's a whole car guy now. Like, that's
That's cute.
a huge thing. Like, he'll do this whenever we're driving down the road. He's like, Dad, test me. Ask me what different cars are. So, like, every car that we pass, he's like, that's a Toyota. That's a Nissan. That's a Ford. That's a Chevy. And, like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole way to
He does have
wherever
a
we're
birthday
going.
coming up, so that's good to know.
Yeah. He's
I know
Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, all the things.
Yeah.
He likes the fancy ones.
that'll be fun to shop for, because usually we're like, what do we get him? What
Oh,
does he
no.
like?
Cars. That's his thing right now.
Yeah.
Cars. But yeah, and I think he said that he wants my brother-in-law to buy him a new pair of Nikes because he's already wrecked those the ones that he got for Christmas.
Nice.
$80, at minimum $80 shoes. He's already
Oh
wrecked.
my
them.
gosh.
Wrecked.
Oh, your parents are camping.
Oh yeah, I think they're in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, maybe.
I just saw that she posted. Was that your last one? Or
Yep, that was it.
one?
I like how, okay, so, sister, we set out with this as a way to maybe get a rise out of each other. And
we literally did not
when
do
I
that.
tell you, we don't fight. If this is not proof. And, like, it's just...
Because me, I'm literally like, I can, at Valley Point. I can see that.
Like,
and then, like, I have an argument for why there's a Valley Point there.
We've literally, this is the way we've always been. Sometimes you just find, this is going to sound real cheesy. Sometimes you just find your half of your soul in somebody else, I guess. I don't know. Like, we're half of of a whole brain. I don't know. Like, if soulmates can be friends.
Right. I think that's absolutely possible. I think you have more than one soulmate, and I think
Like,
not
you've got a
all of them
romantic
have to
one?
be. Yeah, I don't think all of them have to be romantic.
Like, when I
I
say,
think that some souls just
so
know each other.
Right. When, like, Grey's Anatomy people, you'll know when I say, like, when a lot of times when you say this is my person, like you think that you're talking about like a relationship, like a romantic partner. No.
Not
Like in
always.
Grey's, it's two best friends.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, you are the Christina to my Meredith. I kept wanting to say Miranda, but that's not right. You are the Christina to my Meredith.
And I have absolutely no idea what that means, but I'm here for it.
One day, you need to watch it.
I've thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know. It seems
good.
sad.
It has its moments, but I am sucked in.
But then there's people like our friend who has the two animals that each have 3 legs. Yeah. And I mentioned that specifically because she posted a picture of, I guess it's Uno night, and the dog with 3 legs is laying in his bed covered in a blanket, and they've handed him a hand. They're playing
what?
Uno.
I need to look at this. Hold on.
They're playing Uno, and she said, "Buddy says draw 4." This is grandma behavior.
She's been a grandma since we were like 20. I'm looking it up right now.
He's literally got his own hand.
I can't stand
It's doing
her.
too much.
I can't stand her. I can't. If you're listening to this, which I know that you're not, because she don't listen, you're doing too much. But I love you. That girl has been my friend since we were 8 years old.
I think we were in 3rd grade together. I think it was 3rd grade together because she was in Miss Bunch's class with me. I think it was 3rd grade.
We were talking about her earlier today.
Because it was 3rd grade because her mama was pregnant with her sister. And
her little sister was such a little shit when she was little.
And I remember because that was something that like we did have in common is that we liked the Spice Girls, but like I wouldn't say that we were
she
like
was a nut about Spice Girls.
Yeah, but because I remember getting a pencil case and being like so excited to show it to her, and but like I wouldn't say we were.
Was that 4th grade then?
Maybe.
Who did you have?
I had Mr. Morris.
Okay, no.
I'm pretty sure because Miss Bunch had this like weird square table thing for reading that like she would sit in the center of and we would sit around, and I very distinctly remember like her mom like waddling and sitting over there because she was like very pregnant with her sister.
We were talking about her earlier because I was telling you about the time, like the very first time she ever came over to my house.
Oh yeah.
And we walked in the house and my dad had just gotten out of the shower and didn't know that we were outside. He thought we were down at her house.
Yeah.
And so he had just gotten out of the shower and was walking through their bedroom naked. I was like, she's never going to come back over, Dad. I was so embarrassed.
Bless it. Well.
All right. Anyway, so how long we been recording?
Almost an hour and a half.
Oh, nice. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this week's little nonsense clip.
I was gonna say we hope we didn't get on your nerves too much, but if we did,
when this goes out, it's gonna be what day?
It'll be.
Is it next week?
Shit. Yeah.
So the 8th. So yeah, y'all remember that this coming up weekend when you're listening to this will be our Magic in May festival.
Magic in May.
I said all on.
Magic in May.
Magic in May festival. If you guys are local, come and check us out. We shared the Facebook event, so you guys can find it there to get the details. We will be there with bells on and some freebies to be handing out. And let me just tell you, these are some cool things. I feel legit AF because we have our logo on some stuff. But
we got some little thingies.
I'm pretty excited about it. I'm real excited to meet some people to spread the word. Make sure that before we go there, I'm gonna need you to take a step back. And as you're listening to this, if you're driving, pull over get real comfortable. And I'm going to need you to reach over and, because, I mean, if you're driving, you can't do this. But if you're at home, reach over, light you a nice candle, get real comfortable, and, just chill out. And then I'm going to need you to prepare yourself. Get out the sage, the incense, whatever, and get ready to complete your social circles. And follow us.
I did not know where that was going.
And to follow us on the Facebook,
Instagram,
TikTok,
X.
Do we put anything on X?
It automatically gets posted.
Okay.
The episodes do. Nothing else goes on there, but
Well, whatever. And then email us with your topic ideas, any constructive criticisms, just whatever you want to send us outside of unsolicited dick pics or vagina pics.
yeah, we don't want any. We don't want to see your genitalia.
But email us at wandersofweird@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am. And there goes Discord again. You shouldn't be able to hear it, but
Whatever.
we hear it.
But yeah, so we hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Come back next week, and I think that episode is the one. No, it's not. Never mind. Come back next week and listen to next week's episode. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Real quick, I'll do.
We have a nonprofit. I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't have one prepared, but I have one now.
I almost forgot.
And since we just went to the Tyler Childers concert, I chose the Hickman Holler Appalachian Relief Fund.
I like it.
Which was established in 2020 by Senora May and Tyler Childers to bring awareness and financial support for philanthropic efforts in the Appalachian region. And I will include a link to donate directly in our episode notes.
I just thought of something.
What?
While I did have an amazing time, and it was a great time, and it was a great concert, and I was almost like sensory overload.
Yeah,
but
it can get that way.
I had so much damn fun.
Yeah.
However, I have a bone to pick.
What?
He didn't play Feathered Indians.
Yeah, he didn't play the song I like either, but he played all other good songs.
All my other favorites were played. I was really hoping that he played. What was the last song he played? Universal Sound. I was really hoping for that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. Anyway,
I was good. I was happy with I already scrapbooked the occasion. I'll have to show it to you. It was good.
Very happy with the whole situation. It was great.
We also went to my. I don't want to say sister-in-law because we're not married. We don't plan on ever getting married, but for shits and giggles, sister-in-law's football game.
Oh yeah,
they lost. They got their asses handed to them. Unfortunately, they'll do better next time.
Shake it off.
But yeah, that was fun. I scrapbooked that too. You should see it. It's beautiful.
I can't wait.
But yeah, so. And I know her husband listens to this, so I'm that grandma. So,
all right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Hey, bye.